Chrissy Swan Show.
Here we are back again for 2025. Thrilled to have your company. Greetings, Jack.
Afternoon, Swanee. How are you?
Oh, look, I'm good. Speaking of Baker's Delight, the freezer is stocked with high fibre, low GI bread for sandwiches in the thrilling option that school is about to be back. But I'm in that terrible stage, and you do not know about it and will never know about it, where me, as the parent, I'm back at work. My life has begun again.
And you're doing extra stuff, like you co-hosted Fitzy, Whipper and Kate.
Yes, I know. Apologies if you're listening from Sydney. That's 2 shows with me in it in a row, and I apologise. But it's fresh hell, me being at work and the kids still being at home. I'm like, can you go back to school so that nature can be restored?
Do they look after themselves in the kitchen all day, or do you need to food prep for them, meal prep for them before you leave?
Well, I do my best. I did get some text messages yesterday saying, can we order something on Uber Eats? I'm like, look in the fridge, please, for the love of God. There's salami. There's 4 different types of cheese. There's fresh ham. There's beautiful bread.
Yeah, but there's
please.
Also Macca's and KFC on Uber Eats.
No, this is not what I'm working for.
When are they back? How long have we got to go?
Friday is the first day because, they just got to get into it gently.
Ease back
and
into
then
it.
properly Monday.
Hey, coming up after 3 o'clock, we have that brand new bum bag available in Chrissy's Quizzy. We're also going to be talking about MAFS last night.
Married at First Sight, what a dog.
He was a dog, that Tim. But next, 13, 24, 10, if you would like your mind read in Mystic Chrissy, we've got a Specsavers voucher up for grabs.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
And I've rubbed my crystals. I'm ready to go.
Specsavers is helping Chrissy with her mystical visions. Should have gone to Specsavers.
Mystic Chrissy.
Kate. Are you there? Kate.
I'm here.
You're playing hard to get there. I like it. Kate, why do I see the word mushy? Are you a romantic, or is there a connection with Adelaide?
Nothing with Adelaide. I like to read romance, though.
That's what it is. You're an old romantic. I thought the mushy reference might have been the mushy peas in a pie floater.
I was thinking maybe chocolate.
No, but you are a romantic and you read romantic novels. Oh, my God. What was the name of the last one? I love the names of these romantic novels.
I can't actually remember. I've been reading not romance for a bit.
Oh, true crime, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Welcome to the club. That was another Mystic Chrissy, by the way.
That was good.
There is something about you that's very impressive, Kate. It's either your bust line or your ability to put on liquid eyeliner.
Probably neither.
Have you got little buzzies?
They're not that little.
Well, if they're big, that's an impressive bosom.
I guess.
Don't sell yourself short, Kate.
Mm-hmm.
Glossy. Do you like taking photographs?
I do, yes.
Have you ever done it properly, developed it in a room and all that sort of stuff?
Not that far, no.
But you do
Have a
fancy
digital
yourself
camera,
as a
though,
photographer. Yeah, I like it. Are your ears a little bit pointy?
No.
Do you know someone whose ears are a little bit pointy, like an elf?
Not really.
Oh, not a great
My
start.
1-year-old's ears are a little bit pointy, maybe?
There's just like a little peak on the top of the
Yeah.
ear.
Yeah, I think so. They're cute.
I can see those ears. You use chemicals that are too harsh for the purpose that they're intended. For example, you don't clean your toilet with a biological good one, biodegradable one. You clean it with bleach and domestos.
Yes.
You
definitely.
go way too hard and you don't care.
Yes,
I'm with you, Kate. Kill that
for sure.
germ. Kill that
Yeah.
skitty.
I've got a great tip for getting rid of skitties, but I'll talk about that later.
Alrighty, one last hit, Mystic Chrissy.
Kate, I don't know how to say this. Do you know the term in flagrante?
Ooh.
No, I don't.
It means in the act. And I can see very clearly these words, and I'm going to have to ask you. You have been caught doing the business before.
No.
Oh.
Well, keep yourself nice because it's happening in the next couple of weeks,
I
Kate.
hope not.
Get out the Remington, if you know what I mean.
I was excited for a good story there. Kate, you have won a VIP Specsavers voucher for one pair of glasses or sunnies and $250 cash.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
I'm very excited because I love me a bit of Drake. I mean, this song is perfection.
It's so good.
It's so good.
All of his music is so great. Like, unlike Kanye, every Drake album slaps for me.
I agree. I absolutely agree. Not that I've listened to an entire one from track 1 to track however many there are. But every song that is played on the radio that is Drake, I love.
There's one that I'm loving at the moment called Time Flies that we don't play, but
I'm outside in an AMG.
How good?
Right outside.
TT.
Straight away. Okay, that is going
Time
on my
Flies,
playlist.
it's called.
I've got goosebumps, which you know is the universal signal that this is a good thing.
Yeah.
It's like old school Drake. I love it.
It's so good. It's from the album, if anyone's interested, Dark Lane Demo Tapes from 2020. Give it a go because it's a really good album.
I love it. Sick. And I love him sick. And he's in Australia. And I just like, what
Sorry.
are you doing? How can I concentrate with this song on? And he's been snapped, papped, eating at Nobu.
Now, you and I are both in Melbourne, and he's at Nobu in Melbourne. And when I saw this yesterday, Swanee, I seriously considered heading to Crown.
I know you're a big Drake fan. I didn't
Massive.
quite realise. And just before, you actually, I hope you don't mind, I'm going to reveal what you said. Your actual quote is,
Oh, no.
I cannot believe that Drake was at Nobu and I wasn't.
Oh,
And I mean, for anybody else I know, that would be a strange sentence, but it's true. Why weren't you there?
Right? I love Nobu.
So he is here. We love him. And imagine how much you would have lost your mind if you were just walking along the river there and you, out of the corner of your eye, you were like, oh, that looks like Drake. Double take, that is Drake. It's so magical to see someone super famous when they're doing something very ordinary like having some lunch.
And, like, you would definitely have known it was him, Swanee, because he had his entourage around him. It's not someone you'd go, wait, is that or isn't it? It's like, no, that is Drake.
Oh, it absolutely is Drake. And also, you would have known it was him because he wanted you to know it was him. He was
True.
not hiding at all. He was outside.
Yes.
He was facing everybody.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? There was absolutely no attempt to hide, and good on him. Why would you hide your light under a bushel if you were Drake?
You're Aubrey Graham.
Have you? Exactly.
Get a grip.
13, 24, 10. Who have you seen out dining?
Can I go first?
Yes.
Because on New Year's Eve at a restaurant here called Maison Batard in Melbourne, beautiful place, I sat next to Harry Connick Jr.
What?
Yeah, and he had these cool, like, red, almost Kanye-esque sunglasses on. You know those red sunnies Kanye used to wear?
Yes.
And he was just sitting there, I think, with his family enjoying a meal. I did notice.
Oh, my God, with Jill Ireland. She's an ex-supermodel, and he's got beautiful daughters.
Yeah.
Is he still here now? I'm a huge Harry Connick Jr. fan. Do you know, if I only whisper your name.
I don't.
Oh, that is one of his big songs.
Okay, I need
You'd
to
love it.
go and listen to it. I did notice he wasn't drinking either.
Really?
Yeah.
See?
Who's, like, the most famous person you've seen
Well,
dining?
I very rarely leave the house. The best I can do. It's not. Hey, look, it's Red Simons. I see Red Simons often at Mario's having coffee and a bowl of pasta. Red Simons is the best I can do, I'm sorry.
That's still exciting for people of a certain age.
It's
I get
very
it.
exciting for me.
13, 24, 10. Who have you seen dining? Who have you sat next to?
Harry Connick Jr. is a good one.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And being like, wow, is that bloody Chrissy Swan from Big Brother? Jump on the phone. We will give you a Baker's Delight gift voucher.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Drake is in our midst. He's hit our shores for his tour, kicking off February 4th in Perth.
Anita Max Win tour.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very interesting that he doesn't actually perform until February the 4th in Perth. That's his very first show.
So he's come a week early.
He's getting in some very good quality gambling.
He is.
Yes.
He just posted an Instagram story of all of the... Are they called tiles?
I think so. I mean,
That he
I'm
has?
not a gambler, but
Nor
yes,
am I.
it's, you put it all on red or whatever. But, he was spotted yesterday supping at Nobu, which would have been very exciting. And that is an A-League celebrity restaurant spot.
Yes.
The best I can offer is Red Simons from Skyhawks. It's the most famous person I've ever seen.
Hey, that's very exciting to a lot of people.
Yes, to
Not
me
me,
it was.
but
Not
to a
you.
lot.
But you've seen Harry Connick Jr., that's impressive.
Yeah, on New Year's Eve. 13/24/10, who have you seen dining in the wild?
Izzy, you saw Drake yesterday at Nobu.
Hi, yes, I did. So we were staying at Crown for my birthday, and we walked downstairs, and we see all security guards, and then we see Drake come out of Nobu with his big floppy boots on and a diamond chain with a bunch of security around him.
And were your eyes just like focusing? Like, I can't believe that I'm seeing this person in the flesh.
I was like trying to film at the same time, and he looked across at us with my family and my friends, and everyone just chasing him. Security's like, no, no, no. And he got in the car and he drove away.
Damn, I would have asked for some tickets if you got close enough, Izzy.
Yeah, we tried, couldn't.
Very impressive to have seen him, but it's not going to age well. In 30 years, he's going to be the equivalent of Red Simons. I can guarantee
he
it.
is not.
30/24/10, what famous person have you seen having a little spot of it nosh? Hello, Erin.
Hi, how are you?
I love the little gasp when I said your name.
Well, I've never been on the radio.
Oh, well,
So,
welcome. It's just like normal life. It's just like you've popped into our house. Yeah.
yeah.
Now, Erin,
Hello.
who have you seen and where?
I saw Hugh Jackman at a cafe in Mount Eliza.
What was he doing? What was he
15
doing?
years ago. He was having breakfast or brunch or something with his, I suppose, now ex-wife.
Yes.
Yeah.
Deborah Lee, I am obsessed with that entire situation, Erin. I'm not ashamed to say it. You share the obsession?
Not so much, no.
Really? Is it?
Yeah.
It's close to home. I get it, Erin.
I try not to lose myself in those
Yes,
those
that's
deep
fair. That's
rabbit
fair. But
holes.
I'm just so happy for them all.
And like Hugh and Sutton look like a cute match.
Yes.
Hey, Erin, you've got yourself
agree.
a Baker's Delight voucher. Let's go to Lisa. Lisa, who did you see in the wild?
I saw Demi Moore.
Oh, this
Madison
is okay.
Lee.
Recently or a long time ago?
It was in July
Oh,
this year, last year.
tell us everything. We love to be more.
So I was at a private party at a golf club in Idaho.
Oh.
And one half was a private function where I was at, and the other half was the restaurant for the golf club, which is like an outdoor courtyardy area. And somebody was like, going, Demi Moore's there. And I'm like, I'm an Aussie in America. And I'm like, no, where? And I'm like, literally, the minute I saw her face, I think I was having a conniption. I was freaking out.
Yeah, you just can't believe it.
And I
can
mean,
you?
her face is looking fantastic, Lisa. She's had
Well,
great
you know
work.
what? She had no makeup on. She was dressed just simple black. And I thought she looked amazing. I did not think she looked like, I mean, I wasn't that close, but I was close enough.
Lisa, have you
And
seen the movie that everybody's raving about,
The Substance?
The Substance?
Yes, I have seen it.
Oh, you didn't like it. I can tell by
No.
your voice.
Why didn't you like it, Lisa? I loved it.
I don't know. It was just too much. Too much. Too much gore. Too much craziness.
Oh, I love gore and craziness. I'm still going to see it, Lisa.
You
You've got a voucher to spend at Baker's Delight. Let's finish with Chrissy. Good name. Who have you seen? Who have you seen having a bite
Well,
to
I
eat?
saw this beautiful woman on a Disney cruise, and her name was Chrissy Swan. And I was at the table next to her, and I wanted to say hello, hi, I'm Chrissy too, but I didn't. My friend said, "Don't embarrass yourself. You've done it too many times."
Well, now you
So I
have.
didn't.
You
I
have
know.
said that your name is Chrissy and my name is Chrissy too. And to be
I know.
honest, I thought my
People call me
spotting.
Chrissy Swan.
Oh, really?
People are like, Chrissy Swan, Chrissy Swan. I'm like, no, just Chrissy. It's fine. But I had a friend that used to call me Chrissy Swan all the time. So
I
I feel we
Chrissy,
got a bond.
I thought that my spotting of Red Simons was lame. You've absolutely outdone me.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We are doing a lot better than Britney Spears is, let me tell you. Let's go clicking.
Chrissy's clickbait.
Can't get enough of these images of Kim Kardashian bashing up a car with a baseball bat.
Now, when I first saw this and it said that they were, like, you could see they were filming something, I thought her and Courtney had a massive blue. And she just took to her car.
No, it is on set. Have you ever taken out your frustrations, your real life frustrations, on an inanimate object?
No, I haven't, because I use my words. So I don't ever go for objects or
But sometimes,
physical
sometimes
stuff.
though,
Yeah.
words. I'm talking about when you're by yourself. Like when you're just so angry about something.
Yeah.
You can't use your words. You can mutter and yell at yourself or whatever.
I still managed to find them.
Sometimes I have just once
What did you do? What did you throw?
punched a pillow
I punched a pillow.
and made a wild guttural sound from my angry soul when I did it. And let me tell you, I recommend it.
Okay.
It was like a leaving of fury,
Yep.
and I purged it, and then I was fine.
Well, maybe you're onto something there then. I'll give it a go.
But I tell you what, I would love to attack a car with a baseball bat like this woman has. It is on set and it's part of, her new series.
That show with
All's Fair, it's
All's
called.
Fair. It looks really good. The
Great cast. Glenn Close, Sarah Paulson, Naomi Watts, and then two names I don't know, Niecy Nash and Tayana Taylor. Should I know them? Am I
Nah.
showing my age?
No, you're not. It does seem like she's taken, or the producer has taken, inspiration from Beyonce's video Hold Up,
Absolutely.
where I think Beyonce's also wearing yellow. Kim's in yellow here.
Yes.
And she bashes what we assume was Jay-Z's car when she found out he was cheating with Becky with the good hair.
And the reason that she is in yellow, Beyonce, is
Yeah.
because of the whole lemonade business. The whole
course.
lemonade business. And they've absolutely mirrored that look. Yellow is my favourite colour. Lock up your baseball bats, is all I'm saying. Also, side note, that is one of my top 3 Beyonce songs. Hold Up.
Hold Up?
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely.
It's a good song, but it's a bit weak in terms of Queen Bee.
I didn't ask for your opinion on it.
I gave it.
It's just a statement.
This is the Chrissy Swan Show.
Oh, hi. I've done it again. When?
When will you learn?
Never. I will never
You
learn.
won't.
And that's what you love about me. Welcome back. We are here live for 2025. We're thrilled to be back, and we've got a really good vibe about this year, haven't we? 2025's our year to be alive, Jack.
We both said this to each other yesterday without even having spoken about it, but we're both feeling that, like, positive, good, successful
Absolutely.
vibe.
The optimism, and people have been sliding into my DMs saying they feel the same way. And maybe this is why. Tonight, the January new moon is in Aquarius, and it's the Chinese New Year, and it's a good thing. A, because it's going to make all your dreams come true, and B, we get to enjoy this song by the Fifth Dimension called The Age of Aquarius. And Jupiter aligns with Mars. Play the chorus, Jackie. This is the dawning of the Age of Aquarius. Yeah, Tom loves it. He's gay. Anyway, what it means in terms of everything is this year is all about community, team building, innovation, and working towards long-term goals. So if you've got some
Boring.
crystals, get them washed tonight or whatever.
I want
Put them
money and, like, hot times and successful stuff.
Well, that's the good stuff that comes when you build your team and community and innovation and working towards long-term goals.
The word community is so lame. Don't you reckon?
I agree.
13, 24, 10. Next, we're playing a round of Chrissy's Quizzy, and there is a bum bag up for
A
grabs.
new one.
The Chrissy Swan Show. The Chrissy Swan Show.
Let's give away our new and improved bum bag.
Chrissy's Quizzy.
I mean, I just love that I've had to intervene on the bum bag design.
Look, you weren't thrilled at the end of last year with the quality of the 2024 bum bag?
Well, I just wasn't because, not everyone wears a bum bag and they don't know what's good and what isn't. This one is absolutely brilliant, Libby.
Hello, how are you?
Gosh, I hope this bum bag is in your future. You saw Hugo Weaving eating something about 3 years ago.
I did at Golden Boy in Adelaide. So we don't see many people in Adelaide, so it's very exciting.
Hugo Weaving, what a doll.
What a man. He was such a great chat on our Christmas special.
I just loved him. Do you know what? He particularly liked you, Jack.
Did he?
Yes. Doesn't happen often. And I noticed it. All right, Libby, best of luck. Your adversary is Liz. Hello.
Hi, Chrissy.
Hi, Liz. What a snappy name. Have you been happy with that your whole life?
I have, yeah. It's a shortened version of Elizabeth, so much happier with Liz than
Liz.
Elizabeth.
Liz, and no mistakes. You never have to spell that, do you, Liz?
No.
Liz, you're a speech therapist. Have you been working today?
Yeah, I have. I've been out in Kinders this morning.
You're a good egg. Do you ever listen to our show, Liz, and go, oh, God, I can help them?
No, I love your show.
Good on you, Liz. All right, there is a bum bag and it's got either Libby or Liz's name on it. Your names are your buzzers, girls. It's the best of 5, meaning the first person to get 3 answers correct wins the game and will walk away with the bum bag. Question number 1. Can you name one of US President Donald Trump's children?
Libby.
Yes,
Liz.
Libby.
Ivanka?
Yes. He's got so many. We would have accepted Barron, Ivanka, Donald Jr., Tiffany, or Eric. I feel like Tiffany is the real odd one out there.
Yeah, she doesn't get a lot of airtime. Question number 2, 1 point to Libby.
A crouton is a piece of toasted or fried what?
Liz.
Oh.
I'm going to say Liz.
Liz.
Yes, with a Z.
Bread.
Yes. I have such a great tip, but I'm going to have to save it because we're running out of time already. Question number 3. 9 years ago today, a former One Direction star released this song.
Libby.
June.
Reckless behaviour. Libby, you got in first. Who is it?
Is it Harry Styles?
It is not Harry Styles. Liz, you get a free hit.
Liz?
Or is it Niall?
It's not. It's Zayn Malik, and it's one of the great songs.
And the reason it is great, Chrissy Swan?
I don't know why.
Because Lindsay Lohan danced to it in Mykonos drunk.
And suddenly it became even better.
Even better. Alrighty, we've got 1 point to Liz and 1 point to Libby. Question number 4.
Australian acting royalty Sigrid Thornton is currently starring on what reality? Yes, Lib. Is that Lib or Liz? No, Lizzie. Liz.
Liz, which show?
I'm a celebrity. Get me out of here.
It is correct. What is the score check, Jack?
2 points to Liz, 1 to Libby with a B. Question number 5 is for the win, Liz.
Name the board game where the player must place their hands and feet on coloured dots.
Libby.
Yes, Liz.
Twister.
For the win. You like a bit of nude Twister, don't you, Liz?
Love it, Chrissy. Love it.
You can put your little spinny thing for the Twister board in your bum bag. You are the
In
winner
my
today.
bum bag.
Well done, Liz.
Nude Twister should be something they do on MAFS. I feel like that could be
Are we
a good
going to get to talk about MAFS before the end of the show,
experiment.
please?
We sure are. We're talking about it next. If
Great.
you watched last night, I think the whole country did, you're going to want to chime in.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
But we've got to talk about Married at First Sight. Everyone's watching it. Of course, I haven't watched a frame, but the weird thing is you don't need to get the juice. Last night's episode featured newlyweds, Katie and Tim.
Yes.
Tim is a primary school teacher, and Katie runs a restaurant business, a CEO or something from Queensland.
I didn't realise Tim was a primary school teacher, and that makes this a whole lot worse.
Yeah, he is. He's a primary school teacher
Wow.
with a nose ring, and everybody's talking about the nose ring. I say that's the least of his problems. So they get married. He's very standoffish. It turns out that Katie is not physically what he considers his type to be.
Yeah, there's no one type that I have, but I was thinking I'd be with more of a shorter woman, or she's definitely beautiful, but just different to what I would normally go. I normally go just short, petite, blonde. I'm feeling a bit deflated. Not sure why we got matched.
Wow.
It's fair enough. Everyone's got a physical type, but he just went on to be very, very rude
Like,
and
get a
frosty.
blow up doll, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, it's so awful. And he sort of pretended the whole time that everything was fine.
he did. And I think what made it really, I watched it in real time, what made it really hurtful to watch is she oozed kindness and
I know.
warmth. It's not like she was going to be able to sass him back or like give it back to him. You could tell that when she hears this, she'll be so hurt.
My heart just broke for her because she thought everything was fine, and then they got back to their accommodation and he said it is not going to happen.
Last night for me was horrible. Tim and I agreed last night to sleep in separate rooms, and he knocked on my door and wanted to chat. He just sat down and said, "There's no spark. I wasn't feeling a spark all day." That's my worst nightmare. I don't know what I've done wrong. Why this keeps happening.
I mean, if she was here now, I would say you haven't done anything wrong.
No.
You haven't done anything wrong. You are a single woman of a certain age. She's 37.
Which is young as hell.
But she's prime. She's like, oh my God, I've got to find someone. I've got to have a baby. I've been told my whole life I've got to find a man and have a baby. You absolutely do not.
No.
And if that man doesn't want you or doesn't think that you're amazing, then just jog on. That's what I would tell her as someone that's much, much older.
Well,
but the heartbreak is real and it's happened to everybody.
I hope she's listening to this morning because that's good advice. And what also was heartbreaking, and now that I look at her, I feel like maybe she's based herself on this person. At the start of the episode, I've just remembered, she said, "I want that Cam and Jules kind of love."
Oh, no.
I was like, oh, no.
Oh, my God. Okay, no. Well, since then, of course, everybody has come down very hard on Tim because he didn't behave very well. That's the problem. You're allowed to not be attracted to somebody. That happens all the time. But you can't treat somebody like that. And when he thought the mics were off, he went pretty hard, and it's gross. So I hope he learns something from that. That's not how you speak about people. But since the episode aired, he's disappeared. He's pulled social media. He's gone underground.
Oh, wow, because I
He's
thought
not doing interviews.
Nine ran their account, so he really must have cracked it and got his account
Absolutely gone. He said, "I'm very fearful that this will affect my employment."
I mean, you should have thought about
etc.
that when you were shooting this show. This is my thing as well nowadays. It's like, guys, we all know what happens. You should know when you walk away from the producer that your mic is still live.
I know. Oh, my God.
13 24 10. What do you want to say to Katie?
If Katie was in your inner circle, she would be calling you and you would be saying things to her. She needs to hear it all.
And maybe we'll snip this up, Tom, and you can find Katie on Instagram and send it to her. Are you happy to do that?
That's exactly what we're going to do.
Fantastic.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
We are talking Married at First Sight. Oh, yes. The dinging bells have started for another year.
Gong.
And there is no doubt in my mind that we are being manipulated and played as an audience just as much as the people that have signed on to do the show.
Yes.
Tim and Katie were introduced to us last night. Mid-30s, late 30s, both single, and Tim was not feeling the spark with Katie.
There's no one type that I have, but I was thinking I'd be with more of a shorter woman, or she's definitely beautiful, but just different to what I would normally go. I normally go just short, petite, blonde. I'm feeling a bit deflated. Not sure why we got matched.
What makes that so bad, though, is at the start where he goes, "I don't have a particular type," and then literally lists a very detailed type. Had he not said that, I don't think it would have been as bad.
I know, but I don't know. I feel sorry for him in a weird way because, they're like lambs to the slaughter, these contestants. My good friend Heidi did the show,
I know.
and it really sort of showed me what can be done in terms of
editing
and scripting and storylines.
But even now as a contestant going on, like if he just came out and owned that, I would think it would almost be better because it's like, what happens now? We've filmed this, they've been doing this show for nearly 15 years.
You can't win.
Yeah, you're
You
right.
can't win.
13 24 10. We asked people to call up and have their say on this and maybe share some kind words or supportive words to
Yeah,
Katie.
because Katie was devastated. Hello, Lucy. You know this guy, Tim.
Hi.
Yeah, I do. I do know him.
Tell us about him, Katie. Lucy, what's he like?
So my daughter actually had Tim as a teacher, and younger years, a couple of years ago, and she loved him. She said he was so kind, he was funny, he was respectful. She still talks about him to this day.
Is your daughter petite and blonde?
Well, this is very interesting.
Yeah.
So when you hear everybody saying mean things about him and really like wanting to stone him in the city square, do you go, hang on a minute, there's another side to this story?
Yeah, I just so my daughter is just very sensitive, and I just everything that she has said, what I watched last night is exact opposite of what she has said, and remembering like they're with them for a whole year, of schooling, and it was the best year she's ever had. It was a great year, and not just that, she, as I said, she still talks about him to this day.
That is very interesting.
Did she see a snippet of him on telly last night, Lucy?
Yes, there was a little bit trying to get them to school the next day. I knew, they'd been out of routine and they were up a little bit late. And yes, unfortunately, she did spot him. And just as the first 5 minutes of, what was going on, she's only still 9 years old, so she didn't get a lot of it. But she did get quite upset because she did say that doesn't sound like him at all, and she was excited to be like, oh, he always has said that he would love to find a wife and get married. And I just stopped it. I could see what was happening. I said, okay, bedtime. I don't.
Lucy, we're going to send you a $100 voucher for In the Roundhouse to get some new cutlery.
Oh, you'll love that. Hi, Julie.
Oh, hi, guys. Welcome back.
Thanks, Julie.
Darling.
I'm on the Katie side, and I just want to say she is gorgeous. She's vivacious. She's so energetic, and, she doesn't have to prove herself to any guy. She's enough. That's the way she is.
I know, but sometimes when you hear that, it doesn't sink in. How can we make her understand that?
Buy her some more statement necklaces because she appeared to love them.
The Chrissy Swan Show.
Now, big news. Next week, we've got $1,000 up for grabs every single day thanks to Baker's Delight. We're going to be going through our Baker's Delight lunch order. I'm salivating just
Hawaiian
thinking
pizza,
about.
same.
No, the little rolls with the hot dog in them.
Oh my God.
I never know what they're called. Savoury bites, they're called.
Oh, I feel like we should have a more fun name for those.
Well, they're heaven. We are going through our Baker's lunch order, and if you can correctly rank our favourite items from high, H-I, to low, L-O, $1,000 cash, all for you.
Looking for your next favourite high-fibre bread? Baker's Delight's high-fibre, low-GI wholemeal block loaf is super soft and has double the fibre of their traditional wholemeal.
Chrissy's Clickbait.
I am always interested in people that are going to don a disguise.
Okay.
And I often think, well, how would I disguise myself?
First things first, I'd give you a wig.
Absolutely.
Your hair is gorgeous and very recognisable.
I feel like it would have to be blonde and short.
Yes.
For me to really blend away from myself.
And if I'm going to get really serious here, you've also got a really great recognisable jaw. So I think we'd get some prosthetics and square out the jaw.
I mean, I love the attention
I've really thought
that
about
you're putting in this. So when I saw this article with a woman with her face blurred out, but for very distinct wigs, I was in.
Yeah.
This woman has been running a little cottage industry where she goes and sits for official government documents on behalf of other people and sits citizenship tests and passes and then gets the photo taken and hands it on to somebody.
Oh, my God. And she's in her 60s, it says.
Initially, I thought, she's 61. I mean, you got to make a living somehow.
Right.
But I initially thought, well, that's a really kind thing to do, actually. It's a bit Robin Hood. I'm going to do your test for you and then you can stay. And then I thought, what if a terrorist comes to her and says, hey, I'd like to be a citizen?
Yeah, true.
That would be very bad. So I understand why she was charged and arrested and will probably go to jail. So I get that. I'm not going to do it. I tell you what, it takes a great set of balls to turn up and get a photo taken that is not you. And I know because I've done it.
Why?
Back in the late 80s, there was this thing called a pub card. It was an ID thing that you could get. Anyway, my sister's much older than me, but I had her birth certificate and I went and had a photo at the, Vic Roads or wherever you got the pub card from with my face, but her birth date. And then I could just go to pubs and whatever.
Epic. I love that.
Very naughty.
So like your version of a fake ID?
Absolutely.
Whereas I just found a dude in Brighton who looked like me.
No, I couldn't. It had to be me. I was born, 8 years before. Anyway, now the Seven has unveiled the lineup of coaches for The Voice 2025, and I am on board. We've got Roden Keating, great. We've got another Spice Girl, the great Melanie C, Sporty Spice.
Epic.
Kate Miller-Heidke's back, but the one I'm really excited about, Richard Marx. And the reason I'm excited the reason I'm excited is because often these coaches, I should say, roll out one of their hits and perform it live. Or they'll do an ensemble piece, but it'll be, if I can hear Kate Miller-Heidke singing Hazard with Richard Marx, I will die happy.
Do you think Richard Marx is the kind of dude, though, that would have it in his contract, put in his contract that he doesn't have to sing?
No, I think he's a really good guy.
He's bang up for it?
Yeah, and I think we're going to fall in love with Richard Marx all over again.
I'd love to hear this live.
One of the worst songs ever.
I love Life is a Roller Coaster.
No.
Ricky Lee, Tim and Joel are up next. Have a beautiful night. I'm going to play it in full tomorrow.
Now check this out.
The Chrissy Swan Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.